Territorial Cup, a prized possession for both the Cats and the Devils, but only one gets to take this rivalry hardware home, and it's time to find out if we'll bear down or forks up. Welcome, everyone, to Tucson, Arizona, in the stadium where they bear down for the Arizona Wildcats. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Arizona State Sun Devils. Arizona will boot it away to start this one. He'll bring it out. It's Castillo. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Arizona State's offense will have the football first. The Sun Devils' Territorial Cup runneth over with a big win the last time they faced the Cats.
It was all sparky, and man, that was a spanking. Arizona State gave it to Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, they put it on. In these rivalry games, man, you do not forget that. It's talked about, it's bragged about, and you want to come out and make a point and change that history.
Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete to the left. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies getting after the quarterback, but then you risk running backs leaking out of the backfield and hurting you in the passing game.
The sweet feet buy a little time, and he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Working that left side now. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on third down. Pressure coming. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The offense stays on the field. Opening drive, still in their own territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The first time the Sun Devils and the Wildcats met, Arizona wasn't even a state yet. It was 1899.
Reese Davis, a college football aficionado, and a history buff, too. Great history between these two schools there.
Yeah, and it goes back obviously that long. So many classes, so much hatred. It's beautiful when rivalries really matter, and it matters to the people in Arizona.
And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. He uncorks one deep. He got it. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Making side adjustments here. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Richardson. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Off-play action on first down. He's going for it all. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. At the 45 on its way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's going to be a tough throw for the quarterback to make, right? He's right-handed, he's rolling to his left, and that throw is going way down the field. So he's not going to be able to get all the velocity he wants.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Anderson will throw. Finds a man on the left. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And listen, I know he just got rocked, but he held onto the football and got the first down. So when he can get up, when he has the strength to get back up, nothing to be worried about. Nice play, nice catch.
Touchdown, Wildcats! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And the defense has to be able to do a better job on the back end, tackling this receiver and keeping him out of the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
This offense is...
The extra point is blocked. He's got a chance to take this one back. How about that? It looked like disaster. They wind up with a 2-point conversion. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can do with the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs after this guy, and yet he ended up here. And because of that, he is now a key building block, not just for this offense, but for the team moving forward. Lots of people very excited, and a lot of people expect to win right now just because of how good this 3-star QB is.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Nestled just inside that right upright. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll give it to the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. This time the defense was ready and they stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They want to throw it. There were serious revolutions on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete. The Sun Devils line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The give to the back. There he goes. Gets it past the marker. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to pass. Hauls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the noise as this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on 3rd down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Sun Devils look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the the sticks.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Brought down, but not before he pulled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona! They'll try to add another to their lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's hit triple zeros in a captivating game today in the American. Florida Atlantic was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Boca. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect 60 minutes of ball, but it is a step in the right direction. Always fun to see two of the better programs in the American duke it out. A good barometer for both coaches, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Oh, my. Circle. Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Anderson wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's a heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Arizona runs out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Here's the handoff. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll line up for a second down play. Wants to go up top. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Pulls it in. It's Owens. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. A 1st down for the offense. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Denmark. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Trying to keep the drive alive. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
What an unfortunate penalty there. They thought they'd converted the 4th down. Instead, they'll have to try it again. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Anderson. Lets it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Running free. He's at the touchdown, Arizona. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the ball was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's sort this one out. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll take another shot here. He's got it along the sideline. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. On the run, still looking. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Rush is on him. With the catch, it's Burrell. Oh, he's got some space. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. And the Sun Devils want to move quickly. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He'll take a shot. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding you.
Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. UCF took its show on the road, and they'll be packing a big old W in their bags for the trip back to Orlando. Never underestimate the importance of a road win and how it can impact a team's trajectory. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Anderson will throw. This time it's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Clyde. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Perry. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. He is brought down and sacked. That is not the offense's ideal way to finish up the half, but we'll head to the locker room. And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. Coming out with it, it's Richardson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
Gonna run it. It's Ford. Turning it on. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
He lobs one high down the left side. Fires it into traffic and is picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Quarterback extends the play. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29. The Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Under fire. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Anderson wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time, you get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is...
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team.
Coming up, fourth down.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Going to run it. It's Burrell. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3.
Open space in the middle. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And the beatdown has ensued.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Arizona sending the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Anderson will throw. Fakes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Surging forward on the sneak. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. They'll run it from the gun. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Got his man quickly. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats. A great catch and run for 6.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Makes it past the marker. At midfield, he's got room. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Arizona State! And the stomping has commenced. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Anderson wants to throw. Bring in the heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Makes a man miss. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Arizona runs out the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Hauls it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get it.
There he goes. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. Slams it ahead. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2.
it's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage,
looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. Sparky is putting the pitchfork to them as Arizona State stretches the lead.
And they got this thing cooking. They've got all the momentum. They've handled the moment of this rivalry game really, really well. And he
loses the ball, keeping his own end. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. From the red zone, it's Burrell. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are ever closer to win number 10 on the season.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs, it's Burrell. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. So the latest edition of the Duel in the Desert in the books, and Arizona State will take home college football's oldest rivalry trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.